Baby Talk TV. Baby Talk TV.
Yeah.
Welcome to Baby Talk TV. Baby Talk TV. Welcome to Baby Talk TV. Baby Talk TV.
You're tuning in to Baby Talk TV, the newest podcast to hit the streets, bringing you the latest celeb news, economical updates, real street smarts, live interviews, and the hottest spiritual segment, Higher Motivation. Join us every Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, and every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Instagram Live via Golden Baby.
Salute. Roll up the weed, roll up the gas, yeah. Y'all do me a favor, share this live. It's gonna be a dope show tonight.
Welcome to Baby Talk. Baby Talk. Talk, baby, talk. Talk, baby.
Let me get my mind right. We're gonna go ahead and get into one more. You heard me? That was just the intro. The next sound you're gonna be hearing is called Wait a Minute, man. It's a new track coming up off the next mixtape we dropping here in a couple weeks called Bag Talk Volume 1. It's your girl AC Golden Baby. Wait a minute. Make sure y'all share this live feed. Thank you.
I want you to slow it down, but I don't want you to stop. Wait a minute, and I know the way you throw it back is going down. You gon' make me climax. Wait a minute, shout it. I want you to slow it down, but I don't want you to stop. Wait a minute, and I know the way you throw it back is going down. You
What's up,
gon' make me
Shalisha?
climax. Wait a minute, shout it. Wait a minute, shout it. Wait a minute, shout it. Wait a minute, shout it.
We got a dope show tonight.
Ooh, I love how you put it down. The way you move. Girl, you know your way around. I can't hardly wait till I get home. I need no visitation. I've been blowing up your phone. Temptation, I can't get you off my dome. I need you in my bedroom. I need you all alone. You can have it any way you want. I let you have your way, baby. I let you have your way, baby.
What's up, nephew?
Slow it down, baby, don't stop. I'm gonna make you in, baby.
What's up, bro? Wait a minute, shout it.
Wait a minute, shout it. Wait a minute, shout it. Wait a minute, shout it. I want you to slow it down, but I don't want you to stop. Wait a minute, and I love the way you throw it back is going down. You gon' make me climax. Wait a minute, shout it. I want you to slow it down, but I don't want you to stop. Wait a minute, and I love the way you throw it back it's going down. You gon' make me climax. Wait a minute, shout it. Wait a minute, shout it.
Hey, let me know if y'all feeling that one. Yo, man, listen. We are back for more Baby Talk TV. I know we missed last week. I had some prior engagements that I had to tend to, but tonight I got a great show planned for y'all, okay? Some great concepts, some things that I really want y'all to pay attention to. And we getting closer and closer to the release date of that book, man, that I need everybody to go out and make sure that they purchase, because it's something that you're going to want to have. You know what I'm saying? When you're going through them days or whatever, you need something to refer to, just life lessons in general that's going to help us to reach our peak, man, to get where ultimately we trying to go in life, all right? So tonight's topic is disrupting our own flow, man. Look, we going to talk about some shit. When I tell y'all, man, it's deeper than what it sound like, it's deeper than what it sound like. You heard me? Stick around. Make sure you share this live. It's going down. It's your girl, AC Golden, baby. I am your host of Baby Talk TV. Y'all know y'all can always go and re-review these episodes. They be on YouTube. The following, actually, they'll be on there the same night. Typically, I have some issues with the going live with both. Until I work them out, I'm going to be doing it just primarily here and then dropping the episodes right after via YouTube. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to All Things Baby via YouTube. If you have not done so already, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything, all right? Tonight's topic again is disrupting our own flow. Let's talk about it. Let me light my weed back up, because y'all know we 420 friendly on these things. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got no gas, I feel bad for you. Because we're going to get high and we're going to go higher. You know what I'm saying? All right? So listen, disrupting our own flow. Let's kick it off like this. We have to allow our life to unfold. Now, if you do this, then what is meant for your life will fall into its true intended place. The first step, slow down and never rush into things. See, when we push too much, we knock our lives off of course. We got to allow our thoughts to build into something we can really use, something tangible. And many times we move too quickly, like our thoughts haven't even developed to the point that they need to in order for us to make the correct decisions in life. All right, so oftentimes people stop at level 1 thinking, assuming that they have figured it out until life begins to unfold. Now think about what unfolding means, all right? Now picture this. Concrete and quicksand look just alike. They appear to be the same until you step into them, right? Until you step into it. What it do? What up, Melo? Concrete and quicksand look just alike until you step off into it. And you realize one of them got you going down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying we need to feel our way a little bit more through life. And when you allow yourself time to see what's out there, you can view all of the fruits out there. You can view everything out there in life that life has to offer. And only pluck the fruits that are sweet enough for you. You understand what I'm saying? So when you slow down, it gives you an opportunity to gaze into your light, to view things for what they are. We move so quickly, we can't even see what's in front of us for real. We just jumping off into it. Like I said, concrete and quicksand look the same until you step off into it and you realize one of them, I done fucked up. You see what I'm saying? So this is going to save us a lot of time, especially, but also disappointment in life. See, when we assume things begin to unfold, you visualize something opening up. So when you think about something unfolding, you look at it like, okay, it's in a smaller position and then it opens up to something greater, not the other way around, right? So this is unfolding, the concept. I'm just helping y'all to visualize this. So a lot of us get let down because we start off too open rather than closed, right? We start off too open, offering too much. All right, we offer too much in the beginning with an expectation that is set much too high, especially for people of this world. We can't depend on them. All right, so we have to let humans open up to us the same way that we open up to, you know what I'm saying? So we're naturally pushy humans who want what we want when we want it, until we see that even our very own desires don't work for us. So what we want ain't even what we need. It doesn't even, it benefits us not in our own lives. You understand what I'm saying? But we can't see this. We just moving through the process, all right? But it benefits us not. We can't even see our very own desires don't even work for us, right? So obviously God is real, because what that tells me is that there is something greater that we all must submit to. Because we don't know it all. We're not even close. We all at some point hit this wall where we think we got it all figured out. Then boom, we run into this human wall where, hey, there's our shortcoming right there. Because it was something that we didn't think about. We missed something. But in God, with God, God ain't gonna miss nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to understand that even us, the greatest of greatest humans, have to submit to something, right? So even if you don't, praying is good. Even if you don't believe in God, pray to your higher self. Now that's something deeper. We're going to talk about later, because your higher self is what's going to get you somewhere in life. You see what I'm saying? So you pray to the higher you, which is ultimately God within you. But we don't talk about that later on. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about where you position and your perception in this life to understand, right? So thing about it is we have to self-reflect and learn to take accountability for what we've done to our very own lives by disrupting our very own alignment. Nobody else did it. We did it to ourselves. So if we ever went against our own grain, then we are somewhat unaligned, whether we know it or not. But we all are. Every human in this world has done this. Took a step to the left, to the right, a little further left than they should have, whatever. You know what I mean? We all are unaligned to some degree. So let us gaze into ourselves and look at what we would like to see different about ourselves or within ourselves. What do we want to change about us? See, a lot of times we just miss this concept. We don't even think about it. We don't stop throughout our days to even think about, damn, what am I doing? Let me look at my life for what it is and see what really needs to be changed. What could be better? What can I do that would benefit me in life, that would get me a little bit further? Until we start thinking like this, we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And some people think that as long as I'm moving, it's good. No, because you could be moving in a circle. You see what I'm saying? And not going nowhere. So all motion ain't necessarily good motion. Sometimes it's good to sit back and think about it, plan something out, and then make your move. You see what I'm saying? And then execute. All right? So look, once again, if we ever went against our own grain, something we knew we knew better. You see what I'm saying? But we went against that, we're somewhat unaligned. What's up, sis? So let us gaze into ourselves and look at what we need to do different. But we must be first honest with ourselves. And a lot of us this is the problem we run into. We lie to ourselves so much that it becomes our truth. You see what I'm saying? It becomes our truth when we lie to we can convince ourselves that something is true if we just tell ourselves that enough. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't make it the truth. So we got to be honest with ourselves because it's the only way we can truly grow. You know what I mean? We can't grow until we admit what's wrong, then we can move forward. Until we address it, we can't move forward. All right? Self-love, yes, ma'am. So we've all heard the term be true to oneself, right? That's a very, very true statement. It's a very real thing. See, God gave us an intuition and a gut feeling. And when we go against this, we can almost be certain that we will end up somewhere that was not designed for us. Somewhere that we don't even want to be. And it throws us off. It throws our life's course off. All right, and it throws the timing off. Remember I said it's trial and it's tribulation. We all gotta go through the trial, but how long you gonna tribulate? God damn, when are you gonna get it and get out of this vicious cycle? It's not gonna change until you make the change. And that's what we gotta understand. We are not doing ourselves any justice by holding off on the things that we need to do. We know we got to get this done, but we putting it off. Why are we procrastinating? We don't know when our time is up. You see what I'm saying? So all this playful ass shit is not getting us anywhere. Like I said, all motion ain't good motion, especially if you're just moving in a damn circle. You ain't going nowhere. So sit back, think about your next move, and then execute. For time is precious. That's right. It's the only thing we can't renew. Our only unrenewable resource. We can't renew it. All right. So listen, we're going to end up somewhere we don't want to be when we continue to go against what we know is right. You understand what I'm saying? And it throws our lives off. How long we going to go through this? How long until we get it right? So we got to pick up where we left off when we finally do decide to get it right. And all this is we just took time off our clock, right? What's up, Deshaun? What up, everybody? I know most times our behaviors or our patterns are learned. And they're designed by our very own ways of thinking. Melo said, that's right. We going against the grain causes strain and pain. That's right. Execute. Get it done. Stop putting off what you got to do. See, all of us got individual tasks that we got to accomplish in order to get to the next phase in our life. And we're allowing people in this world, we're allowing ourselves, most importantly, because we're in our own way from getting to where we need to go at a quicker pace where we could already be there or be close to it and enjoying the fruits of our labor. A lot of us bullshitting so long that by the time what's up, Michelle? By the time we finally reach that plateau, we damn near dead. We don't even got time to enjoy it because we done bullshitted so long. So I encourage everybody to get to it right now. We don't have time. Like Sis said, breaking generational curses. You know what I'm saying? We want to build generational wealth for our family. It's beyond my children and my children's children and their children. You understand what I'm saying? We got to make a way where there was no way. We turn dirt into diamonds, goddammit. You hear me? Time waits for no man. You understand? Or woman. And that's just as real as it gets. So once again, our behaviors and our patterns, they're learned. This is all designed by our way of thinking, and the only way it's going to change is when we change the way we thinking. Everybody share this live for me, please. Melo said time is the greatest gift we have. That's absolutely true. The only non-renewable resource. We can't get it back. We can't reinvent it. None of that. All right? So by design, your life is what it is. And if you want it to change, then do something about it. Stop procrastinating, stop putting shit off and get it done. If you want to do something better, then do it. Because you all you got. And Melo said it's sad we don't realize until it's gone. Right. See, I want my flowers now. Everybody that's doing something great, I'm trying to give y'all flowers now, man. Get to it now, man. Ain't nobody trying to be praised after death, man. Why I ain't trying to sell 1 million? Why the fuck I gotta wait till I'm dead to sell 1 million records, man? Go buy my shit, man. It's out there right now. Support a nigga. You hear me? What's up, sis? Support a motherfucker the same way I'm gonna support you. All right? But check it out, man. Look. Our habits and our patterns of thinking are so deeply rooted and ingrained within us that changing them seems like an impossible task, like we trying to move a mountain. It's so seemingly impossible because it's so ingrained and embedded with us, and it's so routine and it's so behavioral and practiced every day that you can't even get around it. So what you gonna do? All right? But being true to you is the greatest gift that we can give to not only ourselves but to the world too. Being true to ourselves, you know how much, like Mo said, pain and strain, how much of that shit we can save ourselves if we just stay true to ourselves, and then the things that are meant to attract to us are going to come to us rightfully, the way they supposed to, and the things that ain't meant in our life are going to stay the fuck away from us because it ain't meant for us. You see what I'm saying? That's what that does for your life, man. And y'all understand, like, we causing our own headaches. We ain't even got to go through this shit. It could all be so simple. And it is. But we complicate our own lives with this fucked up ass emotional thinking. See, we thinking with our emotions rather than logic and reason and by way of truth and understanding. And I'm not talking about man's understanding. I'm talking about that unwavering godly truth. The real deal. You understand? So it's the greatest gift we have for ourselves as well as the world. Whatever we can offer the world, the greatest thing we have is by just being ourselves. We do ourselves this justice and the rest of the world. Don't nobody want you trying to be like them. Not for real. You know what I'm saying? And not being better than them at it. Not shit. I don't want you trying to do what I do and then you trying to get good at this shit. Do you. You know what I'm saying? Do what was meant for you. And ultimately, what we got to understand is that our gifts and our talents, those are embedded within us too. God gave them to us. We didn't have to pay for none of that. It's already right there with you. So whatever you got that's great, you got to own into that. You gotta get into that, because that is what is going to take you where you want to go in life. It's not the learned traits. It's not the things you can learn and become great at. Because you can never be greater at that than somebody that was already given that from birth. Somebody that was naturally gifted that. You can't be greater than that individual. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. So we got to be true to ourselves. It's the best thing we got going. All right? But we also have to be receptive to change. This is an important part. We got to be receptive to changing at any given moment when our lives require it. When our lives depend on change, we got to be receptive to it, and we got to be quick. If we don't got too long to be thinking about it, it might cost us our life. All right? Like Melo said, to thine own self be true. Uniqueness holds power, says Chantel. Thank you, my sisters. Absolutely. This is the truth right here. You understand? So let's look at the slowdown, the process of slowing down, what this is going to do for our lives. And let's just visualize a few things that need to be conceptualized and thought about, okay? Number one, we got to stop taking things so personally, all right? Don't get defensive to others' criticism for you, because part of our growth in life comes from the interactions that we have in life. Melo said, and you're very true, when we fear change, we shrink our growth and evolution, right? Our ability to evolve, that's right. So part of our growth in life comes from the interactions we're going to have in life, the people that are sent into our life or along our course that we run in contact with, right? Because we know that God sent, also Satan, but God sends people in our path to educate us along our course. And again, we have to be receptive to it, or like Melo said, we're going to stunt our growth, okay? And with me, I listen to everything. And then I pick out and set aside what sounds like it's right and aligns with me, and then I throw the bullshit away. Now, Chantel said you can't be afraid of new heights. That's right. Don't be afraid to step out there on faith. Now, I discern information. You understand what I'm saying? So I take it all. I listen to it all. Even a fool could teach you something, even if it's just not how to be like they ass. You understand? Even if it's just how to not be a fucking fool, they can teach you something. You understand what I'm saying? So you can learn from anybody. You just got to open yourself up and be receptive to it and understand how to filter out information. You take what's real from it and you throw the bullshit away. Don't mean you can't learn something from it. That don't mean you got time either to entertain everything. But the things that are worth entertaining, go ahead and listen to it. You know what I mean? Melo says the saying says, only a fool knows everything. LOL, that's the truth. And Sis said right. So listen, like I said, I listen to everything, y'all. And that's how I ensure that I don't miss a thing that may be for me. You understand what I'm saying? Because again, even a fool can teach you something, even if it's just how to not be like they ass, right? Now, another process of slowing down in order to better yourself and become a more discerning individual is to take the time to properly respond to the situations that arise rather than to just react to them. Chantel said energetic perseverance. All right. And listen, rather than just reacting to things, we got to take the time to discern what's going on so we can properly respond to the things that are happening in our life. I'm trying to tell y'all how to maneuver through this shit so you don't crash out, so you don't end it all, because one bad decision, one vast decision can fuck up everything for you. And not only you, because a lot of times we get in this habit of thinking it's just us. Well, when we've created children and other life forms that depend on this, might be your mama that you take care of. When you out here crashing out and doing dumbass shit, you're not thinking about the people that love you, the people that are in your life that depend on you. See, your life is not just your own, it's also needed. You see what I'm saying? People need you, you know, so you can't just crash out. You got to figure this shit out. And none of us know it all. So as we going along, we going to discern, we going to pick up what we need to, and we're going to try to make our corrections and our adjustments along the way. That's all it's about. You ain't got to know it all. You ain't got to have it all right. It's all about learning. As long as you're opening to it, the information will come in. Just keep your mind and your heart open to it. All right. And stay on the course. That's the most important thing. Because again, we know that if you stay, manifestation happens just by staying on the course. Keep going, you're going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? As long as you are working towards that, if that's the seed you planted and you continue to water it and give it sunlight, then that seed in that season, you're going to reap the benefits. You're going to see your work blossom into what it's supposed to be. Just know that that is always a for sure way to get what you want in life is hard work and dedication. Now, you trying to skip around and do some other shit, we got to talk about some things, ways to do that. But if you stay on the course, you are for certain going to get it. It's just a matter of time. All right? Now, back to this. Ensure you don't miss nothing. All right? Slowing down. Beware to better yourself, to become more of a discerning individual. Take the time to properly respond to these situations that happen. Don't just react. Don't just go in head over heels. Think about the things in your life, because one wrong move can end it all. And you'll be sitting here looking down at your life, the rest of the world from a fucking cloud, because you're no longer here. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to give you an example of taking the time to properly respond to something. This is a situation that, where I stuck my foot in my mouth in a situation, okay? Let me give you an example. So years back, I had a show. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but this was my very first interaction meeting Jay Star, okay? Now, I didn't know who he was at the time. I guess other people did, but I didn't. At this time, I was real cocky and all of that. I'm performing. The young man was into my show, right? But part of my show this day was reaching out to the audience and shaking somebody's hand or bringing them up on interaction, basically was what I was looking for. And when I reached out into the audience, he didn't grab my hand. He didn't shake my hand back, and I took it as disrespect. But see, I jumped in head over heels, not knowing that later on after I spoke to him that he was starstruck. He didn't even see my hand. You understand what I'm saying? So he was so far into the show and what was going on, like wow, with my talent, that my ego didn't even understand. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't properly respond to it. In the middle of my performance, I flicked him out like, fuck you. And I literally said that. And he was like, damn, what'd I do? And so after the show, I had a chance to talk to him. He was like, Ace, no, I didn't mean it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers told me you was trying to shake my hand. Like, I was really starstruck. And I'm like, damn. And that was the first time I had an opportunity to sit here and think like, damn, I was tripping. You hear me? So I went in like, right, perception is everything. It was my way, me thinking he was trying to disrespect me. But in actuality, it was it was some other shit going on. You see what I'm saying? So we got to carefully discern situations, not just, react to them thinking that we understand them. Because sometimes we may not even know what's going on at all. We be in the middle of it and still don't even have a clue. So that was just an example, where I stuck my foot in my mouth. If somebody was really supportive of me in the crowd, and shit, he probably don't even fuck with me to this day for real because of that. You know what I mean? So you never know what that do to people. Like, he probably think, damn, this cocky motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? She thinks she's something special, whatever. I don't know what type of impression I gave him after that. But all I'm saying is be careful of things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. And you never know what type of path you may need to cross or who bridge you may need to walk across to get to the other side. See, somewhere in the future, I had to meet him again. And at this point, he had more going on than I did. You see what I'm saying? So the shoe could always be on the other foot. You never know how things can turn out. All right? So just be careful of that. That was just something I wanted to throw out there. Now, thirdly, stop taking... we did that. Stop taking things personally. Okay, here's the third one. Never expect things from others that they can't expect from you. This is something that people really gotta understand. Mado said, that's right, you gotta do a show on burning bridges. Yeah, I will, actually. Let me write that down. That's a keynote. Burning bridges. We might do that next week. Thank you. All right, so listen. Third, slow down. Never expect things from others that they cannot expect from you. What's up, Demond? What up, my brother? It messes up your whole mindset. It fuck everything up. It had you in this egotistical, prideful way thinking somehow what it says is, I'm better than you. Without saying, it says, I'm better than you. Because I expect things from you that you better not ask me for. I wish the fuck you would. Fix your mouth to ask me for something that you gave to me. How fucking dare you? And a lot of us have that mindset and we don't even know it. You know, and we got to stay away from that type of thing. Same way we don't give what we can't afford to lose, all right? And are unlikely to receive back. So it's a really, like at the start, this is why I said this is all a part of the slowdown, because you got to think first. This is what it all entails. Using your mind before anything, before you react, before you make a decision. Just take a moment to think about it, because honestly, if you think about it rather than not thinking about it, what's up, sis? You may just figure out that you made a different decision than what you would have had you not taken a moment to think about it. And see, that's an important thing. See, we got to see that for what it is, and we missing that concept. I'm telling y'all. But let's stay away from that. So, and it goes the other way around. The same way we can't give out what we can't afford to lose. Because if a person say, man, fuck you after you done gave it to him, hey, that's life. What you gonna do about it? Go kill him? No, you gave it to him. So the thing about it is, that's right, you got to think ahead, sis. You know what I'm saying? So don't give it out if you can't afford to lose it. That's all I'm saying. Because it's a chance you might not get it back dealing with humans. Melo said it's a bad feeling being there for someone and they mentally, their mentality is fuck you. It's some natural born users out. It really is some natural born users out here. Like, for real, for real. Hey, y'all share this live, man. We get into it. Like, listen, if we can't afford to lose it and we know ahead of time that we're unlikely to receive it back, then just don't give it out. Do yourself some justice. Save yourself some time, some headaches, some stress, some worry. All of those things that we just don't need. Yeah, I'm gonna lie about it. So listen, but always remain open to life spontaneity. And open for change. Remember I said always be receptive to change. Because one who is not receptive to change does not fear God. You got to know that. You see what I'm saying? You got to be willing to change when your life requires it or it depends on it. And that's why I said always stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't got to, what's up, white? You ain't got to get ready when you already ready. You know what I'm saying? Stay ahead of the curve in this life. All right? Because life gonna throw you a lot of curveballs. Gonna throw you a lot of curveballs. You know, and you just never know which way the shit gonna blow. You know? So if nothing else, remain in control. Hey, baby, when it concerns your life, pertaining to you. You know what I'm saying? Once again, because those who refuse change, there's no possible way they can fear God. All right, another thing, respect the space and the opinions of others. This is a very, very important thing, y'all. We ultimately have to live in this world together. We don't live alone. Melo, you made some good points. You know what I'm saying? We don't live in this world by ourselves. So we can't be one-sided. We can't be hypocritical with this thing, right? And none of us, not a one of us in this world is the same. What's up, my brother? So to me, that's the beauty of life. But some people see it differently. See, perception is everything. Perception is what grafts your world. It's what designs it, makes it what it is. It's the way you see things. Nothing else can exist if you don't allow your mind to open up to it. If you can't visualize it, it could never be, even if it's real. You see what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people have done. They blocked off the real shit. They turned the discernment off. They turned their better judgment off. They turned the soul off, the spirit. They turned the gut feeling off. And they no longer use or tap into what is necessary. That's why meditation, bro, I will block you for that, bro. Meditation and all these things are very, very important. Because they help you to gaze more into yourself, to tap into understanding who you are. And that is one of the most important tasks of your lifetime. You understand? No matter what you do, find out who you are in the process of living. So that you know where you position in this life. You understand some things. You know your position on things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it just makes things easier. And always stay true to yourself. That way you don't have to worry about being misaligned in any form. As long as you always using that better judgment, your discernment, don't turn it off. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. Don't second guess it for one moment. If your gut is telling you it ain't right, it ain't not a 99.9, it's 100% chance that it ain't right. And even if it's something right about it, it means the feeling that you're having is telling you it's not right for your personal life per se. It doesn't align with you. Fuck what it do for Jimmy. It don't align for you. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the basis of it. All right, so listen, back to respecting the space and the opinions of other people. We don't live in this world by ourselves. We got to tolerate. We got to understand that it's people out here praying to God, praying to Jehovah, praying to Allah, praying to Yahweh, praying to G. You understand what I'm saying? So just because he believes something different doesn't mean that you shun or you hate or you treat people unfairly. You understand? You remain true to yourself and continue to be a great individual in spite of what anybody else believes in this world, because you got to share this space. And none of us know for a certain what's real. We just believe in what we believe in, what we have chosen to submit to. You understand what I'm saying? What we have chosen to align with, what basically is correct in our minds. So let's not judge each other for what we believe. Because we're going to get to the end of the day and judgment going to say what it is anyway. So let's just continue to live. Let's be tolerant. Let's be loving. Because one thing that I know is regardless of anything that occurs in life, every single thing in this world breaks down in its simplest form to just 4 letters, LOVE. And if we would utilize it in the proper way, then none of this shit that we bicker about would even really matter. Because we would see the bigger picture, we would see people for who they are, and we would learn to love in spite, because we can't fix people. We can't make people who we want them to be. They're not machines and robots. People gonna be who they are, and they change within their time. All we can do is offer our counsel. All we can do is be a friend, be loving to one another, be caring to one another. Because in spite of who you pray to or what you submit to, if it makes you a better human being, I'm all for it. You understand what I'm saying? If it contributes to a better way of life for you, for those that depend on you, your children, your mother, if it makes the world a better place, if it's contributing to the good in the universe, if it's picking up trash rather than laying it down, I'm all for it. Mano said we would love people. We would love people and use things instead of love things and use people. Hallelujah. Hey, that's a message right there. I like that. I'm going to pen that for a minute. I like what you just said. I'm going to pen that comment for a while. All right. Listen, to me, our diversity is the beauty of life. See, and that has also been an issue for me because it's been my downfall as well as something beautiful, because I tend to see, don't come in right now, I'm doing a show. You know that. I tend to close my door. I tend to always see the beauty in human beings rather than the faulty shit. You know what I'm saying? And even though I know it's there and it exists, I always seem to put the betterment of people before all of that. You see what I'm saying? It's just something about human beings that I look at and say, wow, you know what? You're beautiful. In spite of all of that, I see the beauty inside of people. You know, I just have that type of vision. You know, and especially with those concerning those that I love. What's up, bro? What it do? But listen, what we got to start doing, y'all, is setting standards for ourselves and knowing that setting standards for ourselves is okay to do. You got to do that for you, because we can't change anything else, but we can change ourselves. We can start with ourselves. We can fix what's not right in our lives. We can't change what Susie got going on. We can adhere to, what up, Charles? We can adhere to, we can counsel, we can be there, we can be a friend, we can be loving, we can be all those things. But we can never make the decision for Susie. And we can never, ever change Susie. Susie gonna do what Susie ultimately wants to do, and that's how humans are. We got rebellious spirits inside of us. Until we ready to do it, it's not gonna happen. And most of the time, we won't do it just because somebody told us to do it. See, we got that type of thing going on. See, I'm going to wait a little longer. Even though I know what you're telling me is right, I'm not going to do it just because you just told me. Like, damn, don't tell me shit. I know what the fuck I'm doing. But if you knew what you was doing, you'd have been done it. You know what I'm saying? We keep putting this shit off. Cynthia says self-care is the best care. Self-love has to come first, and that's right. Ultimately, self-preservation is the first rule of nature. If you don't follow that, then something going to control you anyway. Some other life force or other form is going to control your life and stir you whichever way, in whichever direction it so chooses. Until you get some control over yourself. You take that control back. And the first step, let me tell y'all, if we've given it all away, it's a way to turn it around. The first thing you do is forgive. Because forgiveness is going to take that weight off of you. Imagine trying to maneuver around with a big ass brick on your back. You understand? Or carrying on your head or on your shoulders or whatever. You carrying all this weight. But if you put it down, you can move more efficiently. You can move faster. You feel a lot lighter. You feel good. The pressure's gone. You understand what I'm saying? So when we forgive, we release, it all becomes better again. Don't hold on to nothing. Don't hold on to anything. Forgiveness is the key to moving forward in life. And if you ain't got nobody that done you wrong that you need to forgive, the first thing you do is forgive yourself. Because I guarantee you, we've stirred ourselves in an incorrect position, in the wrong direction somehow. And we got to get back on course. All right? So setting standards for yourself is a great thing. It's okay to do because we can't change nothing else. Everything else is out of our control. So we got to start with ourselves. All right? So we have to commit our lives to being better humans every single day. This is not a one-time task and then it lasts forever. You got to die daily. That flesh got to die. Kill it every day that you get to thinking about some vile shit. Correct it immediately on the spot. Melo said it's not the load that's heavy, it's the way we carry it. I heard that quote and never forgot it. Hey, that's real too. That's real. I agree with that, what you just said. Now, we're going to tap into some basic things and then I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer, all right? One thing we got to do in order to commit to being better and living healthier and longer lives is start eating better. All right. So this is something that I'm starting to understand that I really didn't understand before, that this shell is all that I got and I only get one shell. I'm not going to get a new body to take care of, to house the soul and everything that's great inside of me, because I know that this shell is not the greatest part of me. It just holds what's great inside of me. So if I don't take care of this, then I run the risk of destroying everything beautiful within me. All right. So eating better, practicing healthy life habits, like stopping smoking. I did. You know what I'm saying? I just totally stopped and forgot that I stopped. Like I forgot all about it. It wasn't even a matter of like, you know what I'm saying? Like right on, right on. I appreciate that. But for real, like, I didn't even realize it, that I have gotten so far along. Like, damn, my mind is really strong and I wish the whole world could be like that. But I'm encouraging y'all. I'm telling y'all about it so maybe it can inspire you to do something greater, because, I mean, it was just a mental of me saying, I don't want to do this anymore. And once you set your mind to something, you just stay on that course. And then eventually, so many days past that, practicing that, you just forget about your old ways. You become a new person. And that's the beauty of change. That's the beauty of being receptive to it. That's the beauty of faith with a little bit of work. You understand? All right, so we get into it. Another thing, be a positive human. Be a light and light others. No candle loses its flame by lighting another. So stay encouraged, be cheerful, and be of good cheer, Pray to God every day. And if you don't believe, pray to your higher self. And that'll get you where you're trying to go in life. And it may even guide you to believing in God. But you got to start somewhere. And I'm okay with that. You know, meditate, yoga. It connects one with self on a deeper level. Learn to breathe. I had to reverse my anxiety right before I got on here. And oftentimes my anxiety cranks up. And usually it's a good thing because it lets me know my self-correction tool is still on. It has me thinking about, I still get nervous. I still get butterflies before I come on this camera, even though I know what I'm doing. And I do it, you know what I'm saying, without, You know, it seems like it's a natural thing. It is. However, I still get anxiety about it. You know what I mean? So what I did was I sat there and I took some really deep breaths until it just faded away. You hear me? And that's what happens. Like but it allows you in that moment to slow down, to self-correct. You see what I'm saying? To regroup, revitalize yourself. And I believe that God gave us anxiety as a self-checking tool, that it's not a bad thing. It's a perception of how we see it. Because it can be bad if that's how you see it, like, oh, I hate this anxiety. But you can also look at it like, damn, every time I get anxiety, it's right before I make a decision, or it's right before I'm expecting something, or whatever it does, it teaches you to either slow down, let it happen, or, you know, whatever it does, it teaches you something. You just got to find a lesson in everything that occurs in your life. You got to open your mind up. You got to see it. Mado said, definitely, I started meditation and it works wonders for my anxiety. It does. I will attest to that. It definitely works. Meditation is great for regrouping. Another thing, last but not least here, angel numbers. Look them up. A couple quick things I want to say. I've been seeing 1111, 444. Just been my confirmation that I'm on the right path, that I'm staying on my course, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to, and that everything is getting ready to reward. My works are going to reward themselves soon. So it's my season, you know, and could possibly be yours also. Be discerning, stay keen, vigilant, heedful. Stay prayerful, pay attention to your surroundings, what's going on in your life. Pay attention to not only the things in the physical and this realm where you can actually see them, but also in the things that are in your mind or just spiritually around you, the feelings, the emotions. Stay tapped in, stay tuned in with yourself. All right. And another thing, this is the season we've coming out of the age of Aquarius and now into this enlightenment season. So what's happening is everybody's dreaming now. Everybody's dreaming, and I mean like lucid, vivid dreams. So keep a notepad at the top of your headboard with a pencil and make sure that you're writing down your dreams and that you're piecing together what God is trying to tell you, because the messages are getting ready to start coming, and God is prophesying to us, to his people. So make sure that you are tuned and tapped in and you listening and paying attention and listening for his voice. All right. And most of the time that voice is your own. All right. I'm just being real. All right. Because, you know, we'll talk about that later. But most of the time it's higher self, you know, that God in you is speaking, you know, or God is speaking through higher self to reach lower self. Thank you, Melo. I appreciate that so much. All right. And last but not least, live in your purpose. Okay. Find your calling and find your truth. Keep going. You're going to figure it out. Make a correction. Make the adjustments. Make the corrections. Make the adjustments as you go along. And don't be afraid to change something today. Because the change you make today it may just present the future that you've been waiting for. Okay, so don't be afraid, man. Be receptive. One thing I know for certain, if you've been doing something for a long time and you ain't got shit from it, hey, it's time to change something and just see what might happen. You understand what I'm saying? Open yourself up to it. And continue to be loving individuals. Continue to put great things off into the universe. And just know that you can learn something from anybody. Be a vessel. Be a light. Be an instrument of God, and open yourself up to allowing him to use you, because you never know where he's going to take you. And not only just for your purpose, but you never know what your story can do to help somebody else. I love y'all. We'll be back next week, next Friday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for more Baby Talk TV. It's been season 3, episode 3. Please share this live. I appreciate that so much. I love you all. Cynthia said I got a dream book from the bookstore. That's what's up. Stay tapped in. Stay vigilant, heedful, y'all. Stay keen, resilient. You understand what I'm saying? And most of all, stay blessed. I love you all. Peace.